It looks like he's going to be picking up the Teamy, and Roz will be the middle. Both solid picks. I got no complaints about any of those. And Alice would be pretty good. I don't know. I really am not sure. So if we look at their team, I think a Teamy would be better. Alice would definitely be good. You need someone that's going to be able to protect that Violet and that Velheim. The Kresh is definitely going to be able to charge in and take a blunt of the focus of the team. But having an Alice to be able to slow down the enemies is going to be good. Plus, being able to throw out that stun. It's a win-win. So, we're showing Kilgroth. Kilgroth is such... I think if I have to make an assumption on what his win rate is in almost every tournament that I've seen him in, it is that I've at least casted, not like any of the major ones. I want to say his win rate has got to be next to 0%. He doesn't succeed from what I've seen. ADC is a marksman. I apologize. I use League of Legends terms every once in a while, but Kilgroth just doesn't succeed in a lot of places, and especially in these pro games where we're playing against people that definitely know how to play against him. He is pretty lackluster as opposed to, say, a Scud or something along those lines. He definitely has that survivability, and he's really going to need it on this team. I think the Pura with the Kilgroth definitely is going to help his survivability, especially with a Roxy. So they definitely have a lot of damage potential on this IG side. But if you look at this blue side, Velheim, Roz, and Violet all on the same team. Are you kidding me? If this team doesn't melt in 3 shots, then they got a chance. But those 3 heroes back to back hitting one target, they're definitely done for.
10 seconds remaining.
So, all right, and it looks like the Kilgroth is actually going to be in the jungle as opposed to the Slims, which is a very interesting choice. So that I have not seen. We have not seen a Kilgroth actually in the jungle. We normally see him laying up top against usually an Irie or something along those lines and ends up not doing well. But we have not seen one in the jungle. So I got high hopes for this. We do have Kresh deciding to go with the Execute. I probably would have liked to see him with a heal because of how squishy the rest of his team is. But maybe they're just going for more of a bursty type side, which I can definitely see. But if you look parallel to that, this team on the red side is definitely going more of a maybe heal and also being kind of tanky. So the Jannar, once he pops that ult, he's very tanky, has the damage reduced. Roxy and the Kilgroth are very hard to kill. So these 4 champions are going to be can definitely be in the front line, but the Slims is going to need to sit in the back. A laning Slims versus, it's going to be either Kresh or the Velheim. So I think that's maybe why they chose this, is that since Velheim's going to be in the jungle, they decided to go with that as well. So here we go, boys. So this is game number 1, best of 3, and we are going to be seeing these 2 teams go at it. Red team rushing into the jungle, and it looks like they are going to be on the bottom side. So if they can get the jump on any of these, and look at this, the blue team does see that. Looks like Alice actually goes in, does miss the stun. The Pura stun going out, and it looks like Slims was actually caught out a little bit. Jannar actually in there, and look at that, the damage that's coming out from this. Alice could actually pick up this Kilgroth if they actually go for it. But it looks like they're choosing to back away at this point. So, pretty great initiation. It's definitely going to allow Violet to pick up that blue buff and start really get the ball rolling. Now, if I was the blue team, this is what I would do. I would definitely have one person check the blue, but I would rotate up to this red, knowing that how low this enemy team is. Rotating up to the red, they wouldn't be able to defend it. You would get all 4 buffs at that point. But they choose to play it safe, especially with Violet being under half-life, is probably a safe bet in that point. So Looks like little bit of action at the beginning, so nothing too crazy. No heroes are dead. The gold is very even at this point, and we do have Kresh that looks like he's going to be moseying up to top. So Kilgroth is very low, which is something important to note, and level 3. Violet is going to get to level 4, have her ult, and she's going to be ready to rock and roll. Kilgroth is finding Alice. Kilgroth does miss his skill, but is using it to using his just normal passive to land a bunch. But oh, look at that stun from Alice, and this is going to be first blood onto that Kilgroth, and that is just really unfortunate that he just really got hurt so badly at the beginning and chose to overextend. He really should have just backed off and got full life, come back strong, and not gave up that first blood. You're kind of setting the bar for the rest of the fights by giving up that first blood, and you just don't want that. Do not want that. So already blue team now going for the dragon, knowing that the Kilgroth just did die, but sure enough, they do see this, and they're going for it, and Pura almost picked it up from that, but luckily Velheim did throw in the last shuriken that was able to get it. So blue team does pick up that dragon, and look at the gold lead now. It's already just about 1K from a kill and a dragons, which is a pretty significant amount. Look at this. All of them have finished boots. This side has not finished them just yet. We have Velheim picking up a little bit of the jungle. Violet is very well off in the jungle, so can't afford to give up one. And is looking pretty good as far as this blue team. If we check up on top, Kresh and Roxy both going in at each other, but looks like, oh, Roxy was able to pick that up. So good job on her end. We got Alice, who was able to find Jannar in the middle river. Kresh very low, needs to back off, and this is just a risky play for Roadrunner. He really needs to back off at this point, and if that would have landed, I think Pura definitely could have went in on that. But choosing to back off, Casual Kitty in mid, fighting the Slims, and Slims going down with the help of the Alice. So great ult on Beg side. And look at this, Raz coming in, was able to pick up that kill on the Jannar. And blue team, look at the rotations, going straight over to blue. You got to give it to them. They're doing everything that they should be. And it is looking great. So down on bottom, they're going to easily pick up this tower, especially with the help of Violet there. And sure enough, Violet comes in, puts the final touches, and that will be the end of that. Full rotation to mid, but look at this red team. If this red team is backed up, back through the lane, it would have been bad news. But luckily, we're able to kind of know at that point. But look at this. Again, this is just the presence of mind of this red team. They're not able to rotate and not working as a team. That should have been contested in any form of them, in a way that they could, but just weren't able to get there. Cobra doing a great job in mid. He is 2-0 right now. Looking great as far as money is considered. And look at his items. He is about to finish his second item. Second complete item, I should say. Looks like Roxy in a bit of a pickle, but shouldn't have a problem. And Raz getting ulted by that Roxy. Pura tried to, I believe, flicker in. And now look at them. They're all being devastated by this Kresh. Kresh is almost dead and should go down there. And sure enough, Kilgroth down in the process. Jannar taken out by Violet. And Slims gets stunned there. Looks like Cobra just wasn't able to go in on that just quick enough. But Casual Kitty was on bottom. And look at this. He could easily push this tower, but is choosing to go for this blue instead, which they will probably give to Violet. Oh, Alice mistakenly took it. Looks like Violet did want that. That would have helped out the level. Having a level over someone in this game is such a big deal. I don't think people quite understand what one one level does as far as your health, damage, and overall demeanor in this game, but it is pretty massive. And Violet already being, what is this, level 10, when the max on this red team is level 8. She hits like an absolute truck in comparison. Not to mention the amount of gold that she has, and she is about to finish her rank breaker, which is going to make this even more devastating. But it looks like there's about to be a fight in mid. Kilgroth is looking like he wants to initiate. Slims is just caught completely out, and those stuns on top of stuns with the damage, and look at that. Perfect timing. Dragon being spawned. You can't write this. This team is rotating so well, doing everything correct. And Kilgroth is looking to possibly initiate and is trying to go for it, and does! He picks it up! A great job by this Kilgroth. Kilgroth initiating onto Casual Kitty. Casual Kitty does get taken out, but Kilgroth is taken out in the process. What a great play. Look at Pura all the way up top. Really should be with the team. I don't know what is going on right now. Jannar is in mid, definitely hanging out, and I don't know where the rest of this red team was, but needed to be there with his Kilgroth. Was able to pick that up. Solid win as far as what Kilgroth did there. Got a kill and a dragon, helped out the team. Jannar now seeing that his blue buff is being contested, choosing to back up and just push this mid lane. He has to know that they were over there, and sure enough, they did. So Kilgroth doing his best, trying to get as much, and look at that, level 11. Violet picking up that rank breaker, so it is going to be, next person she hits is going to be very devastated. And look at Roz doing a great job. Oh, if Violet would have actually ran over towards Roz, would have definitely got some, would have got a kill onto Roxy. Looks like she wants to pick up the blue. She is under half life. Or I'm sorry, half mana, apologize. Roxy getting stunned up on top, and it looks like a two tanks and a support up on top. So here comes Violet. Violet is ready to attack, and sure enough, here we go. Pura popping out her stuff. Looks like Violet completely backs out there. Crash did try to pop the ult, but it doesn't matter. Roz coming in, doing some immense damage, and Crash is going to have to back off here. I don't think he's going to be able to tower dive this. And we saw a 2-for-2 trade there. Actually, a 2 for... Velheim did get killed over here, so it was a 1-for-2 trade. So as far as the blue team is considered a win in their books, and Violet is now level 12, but look at that, Slims and Kilgroth both catching up. Look at this dragon. This will be the second dragon that they'll be able to pick up, and there's just no way they can test this. And there we go. So, again, I got to give it to this red team. They're definitely making a comeback. That dragon that Kilgroth stole, not to mention the one that they just picked up, definitely changed the gold lead there. Like, if you look, it is 27k gold to 23k gold. And this red team is coming back. This blue team really needs to make some plays here. And Kilgroth jumping in. The entire red team is trying to initiate. Alice throwing an ult down, and Crash throwing the ult as well. And sure enough, everything's going off. Pura trying to throw out as many stuns as possible. Slims just wasn't there, showing up very late to the party, and flickered away from Crash. I think he could have definitely sat there and taken that. But, oh, man, Slims just wasn't there. If he would have been there, the entire red team definitely could have tried to turn around there. And look at this. The enraged Abyssal Dragon gonna get taken out here. Alice doing a great job. Look at this. And we do have a pause, which is no big deal. But look at where Alice's position is. This is called zoning. And it is great. It is great. So she is able to place her ult to slow any of these people that are coming to try to take out this dragon. I love when I see zoning plays, because they're thinking outside the box instead of just trying to do damage to an objective. So she did move in, which I think is a misplay, but they were just trying to zerg it down. Violet picking up the Dark Blessing buff, so she'll be able to come back to life if she does lose. If she does go to 0. Kilgroth doing his best to try to do as much damage to this Darkslayer, but Roz is here and does see it. Looks like Kilgroth did pop his ult, and oh, Cobra is going to be able to kill Kilgroth, and that was just inevitable just from the amount of damage he was doing. Look at this Darkslayer. They are just absolutely struggling with this, but the blue team all the way up top is taking a high ground tower, or I'm sorry, on bottom, taking a high ground tower, and now look at this. They're rushing back. They actually gave up on that. Looks like Roxy is now almost about to die. And look at this, the game is about to be over, and sure enough it is, and that is it. Violet and Velheim take it in game 1. Wow. Wow. So good. So such a great into that. You can tell that the entire red team was off in that entire game. They were off. We saw one point where there was about to be a big team fight, but Slims wasn't there. We saw a initiate onto a dragon, and only Kilgroth was there. Definitely need to work on stuff. So I think that they need to just sit, have a good conversation, and try to figure out what happened there. So congrats to the blue team. They definitely deserve to win that. Great rotations, great kills. It's looking good. So we will get game number 2. So it's best of 3. Blue team did win the first one, and we are going to be getting into that next game here in just a moment. So let's kick back on with the music, and we will be ready here shortly. So I apologize again, boys. When I'm casting, I don't get to re-chat too much. I'm just focusing on that, trying to give you guys the best show I can. Lead DC'd 1 second. All right, Casual Kitty. I was wondering what the pause was. I apologize. I didn't get to see that. Oh, yeah, there is a 20-second delay, so I apologize. Scooter, yep. 20-second delay. Beginnings. Who's the damn Alice player? So pro. Yeah, Alice was doing a very good job. Yeah, yep. I do pretty DJ rank H money. Get out of here. Beginnings, welcome. Fierce, what's up, dude? How you doing? Miss, welcome. Chaos, Nick. Who else did I miss? H money with the biddies. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Wavy. GB, welcome. Six shot. Yep, I was commentating the whole thing. So I'll be every so yesterday I commentated for a NTG tournament. It was a one and done tournament, so it was all in one day. Today I'm doing Premier Valor League every Wednesday and Thursday. I do Premier Valor League. It is week 4. We have, I believe, 12 weeks total, and it's basically if this game is like football, this is the college football of this game. It is the people that are pro, but not at the intense high level just yet. Although some of them are. Some of them do play in the Valor series. So, Lasagna, welcome as well. Good to see you, buddy. Yoon, how you doing, bud? So yes, okay. I think I got caught up with the real winner here is Tiny. But yes, I do appreciate you guys all tuning in. Really do. Love your faces. I hope that I didn't miss anything. Joe's, welcome. Your guys' game's up. Be ready. You guys will be sharply after this. And if you guys can go early, if this only goes to a 2 game, I'm down. So you guys let me know. All right, and it looks like the teams are all ready. So, Road is... Okay, yep. They are all ready, so cool. Let's get this going, boys. This is game number 2. If the red team wins this, that will be it for this series, and we will be moving on to the next 2 teams. If the blue team does win this, we will be taking this to game 3. Here we go. All right. Back at it. Picks and bans. You guys know the drill. So IG, I think, is definitely going to have to come up with some kind of better system. Like I said, Kilgroth has a 0% win rate. I gotta say, I think I think he's a great champion, but when it comes to these intense games, it is very unlikely that you're gonna let a well-oiled machine as for a team be able to let Kilgroth survive those team fights. And I think that that's where he normally thrives, in that, kind of chaos that is normal, like solo queue or even like a three-man team. So yes, are all these teams NA? Yes, they are, buddy. Actually, NA, and I think is some teams over in Mexico. So, but I don't think there's any Europe teams, if that's what you're asking. But I think they're more than welcome. But I think the time restraints would be pretty crazy. I think Europe is what, a 6-hour difference, so it'd be 1 a.m. for them right now. My time. All right, let's get into these bans. Chugnar being banned. Great pickup for that. We got the see, look at this. They're already reacting. The Valheim being banned, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Murad being picked up. I still disagree. I still disagree with the Murad ban. I think he's very good, but when you have, again, well-oiled machines that are like 5 people playing together, I definitely think that you can deal with a Murad at that point. I think if this was solo queue, that is an obvious ban to go with. But look at this. I want to see, they did ban out Grok. So that does leave open the option for us to see a Grok. And if so, that is a personal favorite of mine. I would love to see it. But Zenial being banned, Violet and Arum, pretty obvious bans right there. Zenial very strong in those team fights. But, yeah, I want to see what IG here is going to be going with. Since we did see the Grok ban, that means that they either don't want to play against it, or they think that he's so good that they would pick it. So I think that's the mindset there, but we'll see. A Finnick being shown, and already that is such, okay. So this is me being kind of methodical in like the ways that I normally think. If you're going to pick a Finnick, pick him dead last. And the reason why is that it completely changes the way that the enemy team is going to pick. So them knowing that you have a Finnick, they're going to be like, okay, well, let's get characters that can get to Finnick or deal with Finnick. And him being the jungle, he kind of changes the way you think about the game, because he's going to be able to take out those objectives so fast that you have to know where he is. So, but that's just my that's my 2 cents. I don't know if I'm accurate on that, but that's just how I envision when I see a Finnick being picked as for jungle. Mina being picked, amazing tank at this point. She's such a great support. And it looks like Beg is going with the Jannar, which he will probably be switching. I think it was Lee. I think Lee's the person that is the mid. I think Beg was the Alice, if I'm incorrect on that. But we'll see. All right. Crixie. That is a character we have not seen in some time. Crixie has been kind of on the back burner since Jannar has really made his presence. Ooh, okay. So I think that this thing... Okay, I was going to say, that is not a great choice for a hero, but I would definitely like to see a Scud. Malik, great. I would assume... So Scud's really good at being able to push towers. Malik being able to stun everybody. If you can stun the entire team as well as deal with Jannar at the same time, you're looking good.
Blue team's turn.
So blue team does need some kind of warriors on their team. So let's see what they end up going with. What's a Murad? Murad is this champion right here. He is the second one. He is a jungle. So he doesn't go to one of the 3 lanes. he actually lives in the jungle and is able to really do some big, heavy AoE damage. But it comes at you really need to be skilled with him in order to do really well. All right, we got Irie being shown. So Irie and Scud will face it off, and that is such a great matchup to watch, especially when they're high-ranking champion or high-ranking players. And we got the Superman being shown. Are we really about to see Superman? Excuse me? What is happening right here? And sure enough, this is I gotta say, I'm really blown away by the picks today. So we saw Grok being banned, and now we're seeing Superman being picked up. Roxy, let's look at this team. Slim's being picked up for the final one. So man, I'm trying to make sense of this blue team. I want to see how it all comes to play. I don't see a lot of synergy. The Roxy is definitely the odd man out. I feel like with a Creshed, Roxy doesn't really have a place. Normally you have Roxy take a lot of the damage, and so do you, and that's what they have Creshed for. So I feel like Roxy is going to almost be ignored as opposed to dealt with. And I think Creshed is going to be one of the first ones down. But I don't know. We'll see.
Ten seconds remaining.
I do want to see what the Superman is capable of, and here we go. So a lot of flickers coming out for this red team, and we do see Crash going with the tower disable. So I'm excited to see that. So they definitely have the dive potential, and Sloth and Jannar. Actually, we need to pay attention to both of these. So if you can, remember this, that Crixie does have a bronze badge, and so does Jannar. So those could be two potential players that just haven't even really played these champions before, and playing them in a tournament setting like this is a bit odd. So, other than that, we will definitely pay attention to that mid lane. Make sure that we call out any of the maybe misplays that they possibly do. Jannar definitely does have flicker, so he's going to be able to get into those team fights. And if Malik can jump in and hit the stun, and Mina can grab them, I think that it is going to be Jannar cleaning up every person around them. The Superman is definitely the wild card in this game, and I want to see him do well just because I want to see him played at that high level, but I'm not sure what he's going to be capable of in this game. All right, they are off, and sure enough, we have the entire red team running down the mid lane. So I have a feeling that they are going to want to try to engage. From what it looks like, Finnick is pretty good early game, but is very susceptible since he won't have his escape. And look at this. They are definitely going in on this red buff. And I would say the misplay right now is got to be the Scud. Scud normally needs to go and make sure that they are not stealing this red buff, but let's get into the action down on bottom. And it looks like Malik did pick that up. So they should have gave it to Slims, but I think with the enemy team there, they were just trying to pick it up as quickly as possible. And this is what I'm talking about. He is already going in on that red buff. Scud should have been there earlier to scare off Finnick, and he just wasn't. So kind of a misplay there. And it looks like we do have a pause and possible disconnect going on in our hands. So we'll just give them just a moment. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. If your if your team invades, you have to watch your perspective buff up top if you are in the Darkslayer lane. And it looks like it's possibly Superman that's disconnected. He is sitting by his tower, and I'm not sure why he's not going to help Finnick, but we'll definitely see. And it looks like Superman is going right now. Scud did get the buff, which is good. Superman coming in, going on a Jannar. And look at this. Scud is putting some huge damage, and Mina may be able to pick this up if she's able to get there, but she just wasn't. Now Mina chasing down this Finnick. Finnick is pretty slow. She will be able to pick him up. It looks like she does have boots. Finnick throwing out the you better get away from me debuff, and sure enough, now that that's down, they are ready. She's ready to go all in. Looks like Finnick is trying to get this, and I'm really surprised Mina tried to hook that as opposed to trying to kill the Finnick. Mina does have Flicker. She had it up and could have easily went in on him, but he probably could have just walked away. So moving on from that fight, we do have this mid that we do have to pay attention. Remember, both of Jannar and also Crixie's were in that position where they are bronze badge with that with those mid champions. So something to watch. And look, this is what Finnick needs to be doing. This is why you need to change your entire strategy when you're playing against Finnick, because he is able to completely take those. And oh, Casual Kitty comes in and was able to pick it up after one swipe and did such a great job. Finnick mistakenly doesn't hit his skills correctly, and that is gonna be 2 kills. I cannot believe this Casual Kitty is picking up all of the kills at this point, and sure enough, the big boy is coming in, picking up. That is gonna be a double kill for Casual Kitty, and Slims picking up the Crixie. So such a great job. Finnick really left that entire situation. Maybe, oh, I'm sorry. Must have died. And look at Jannar actually coming in, getting both these heroes very low. Slims just mistakenly threw the arrow at the wrong hero. Definitely could have got that. Slim's actually now getting initiated on and is gonna make that escape. This red team is doing so well. Doing so well.
A blue team tower has been
And look at that,
destroyed.
Scud doing his job since Superman had to come down and help with the dragon. Scud was able to go ahead and take that tower. And that is the pushing power of that champion. That is what he's about. That is exactly what he should be doing. So Roadrunner doing a great job. Now look at this. Looks like you may want to initiate onto that Superman, but instead going to go for the Sentinel. So things are dying down at this point. Look at the gold difference. It is about a 2K difference, and it looks like Mina pulled in Crushed, which didn't end up amounting to much, but it was a pretty decent initiation to scare off Crixie that was coming over to the Sentinel. Scud is being double teamed up on top. Scud just doesn't care at this point, but look at this damage that's coming out. And oh, he's going to be taken out if he does have Execute, and I believe he does. And sure enough, there is going to be Superman taken out. And Scud is going to chase down Crash. Look at this. It's a level 7 versus a level 3. He can easily do it. And look, and now the dragon is up. This red team is going to need to rotate over there before the Finnick can come back and take it. So Finnick was taken out around the same time. Superman, apologize for missing that. I believe, I'm really not sure where he was at the time. And Roxy actually just being triple teamed down on bottom. This should be Malik's kill, and sure enough it is. Slim's initiating onto the dragon. This is going to be an easy pickup for them. It is just unfortunate event after unfortunate event for this blue team. So Slim's running for his life, already used his escape. Mina's going to be able to hook him here in just a moment, taking the tower damage, and is possibly going to die. Oh, and just barely lives. The heal definitely helped him out there. So they're going to go back to initiating onto this dragon. They do need to deal with Scud. Look at this. He is ready to take this, and sure enough, he is going to overextend here, but did a great job disengaging. Superman should be able to pick this up. Scud mistakenly using his ult, but he's playing it safe, just trying to get to his tower. Dragon being picked up by that red team, and this red team is doing so good. Yeah, I gotta disagree with Slims. Look at this. What is he building? He is completely building that wrong. He really needed to go with the actual. Oh my goodness, he doesn't have a single stack at this point. No wonder he's not doing as good as we hoped he was. If Mina, and sure enough, does pick that up. So as we're talking about that, he does get a kill. But yeah, he's completely missing on all of his stacks in the jungle. So he now has 1 stack on his final dragon item. That's such a misplay on Slims. He really needs to, or I'm sorry, by Finnick. He really needs to build that differently. 100%. There's no explanation for that. So I don't know if that's just him buying incorrectly by mistake, or if he actually is doing that on purpose and just doesn't know. But yeah, he really needed to do that better. So it looks like easy pickup for the Roxy, and Finnick is doing a great job keeping his distance from this Malik. Malik and Roxy were in the, or I'm sorry, Kresh was in there on the Malik and letting Slim sit there and attack it. But again, instead of Slims, Finnick attacking the Slims, he was attacking the Malik. It's, I mean, you need to kill the lower health champion as opposed to someone so tanky, especially someone who has 4 kills when you could kill the Slims in half the time. Finnick going for that owl buff does punish it and is going to get that. The dragon is being picked up here and or respawning here in just shortly. And there it is. So this blue team does need to, or does have to know that that's coming. Great ult in by Malik. Malik going hard onto Crixie, and look at that. Jannar going in onto the Slims. Or, I'm sorry, the Finnick. I'm messing that up every time. And does end up getting that kill. Kresh looks like he wants to try to initiate, and sure enough he does. Superman is here, but just doesn't have the movement speed. Did get slowed in the process, and he doesn't have the skill, and Mina is going to get away. Look at that, slowed again by this, I don't know by who, but the skills are not going off. Sure enough, it doesn't go off again, and I don't know what the Superman's doing at this point. He could have got so many kills. I don't know if he did use his ability to not get slowed or stunned, and it just really didn't help him at that point. Scud doing a great job picking up that blue buff. And this, I still cannot believe the Finnick building his items that way. Someone on this blue team really needs to tell him, sit him down, and just let him know the benefits of finishing that jungle item, or at least the first part of it first before anything else. And look at this. We have an initiation by Mina, but Mina is going to get wrecked, but the shield almost saved her, but just wasn't enough. Crash going in onto the Slims. Slims does, I don't think, has the execute because he used it just to get to that fight, and Crash should be able to pick this up, especially being able to disable the tower, but sure enough, Casual Kitty is chasing him down, but it's just not enough. Oh my goodness. Scud doing a great job. Killed Superman, killed the tower, and is now going to be looking to get them high ground towers. So he's going to back off, let the team maybe forget about that until... oh, and look at this. The blue team actually may pick up this this dragon, unless Casual Kitty does see it just in time. And the blue team does pick that up. That is their first dragon of the game. When you have a Finnick and that's your first dragon almost 10 minutes in, that is such that's such a bad look for your team. You really should be able to get these objectives as quickly as you can. So, looks like they're going to initiate down on bottom. We have this tower that's just going to get absolutely destroyed. Mina going in, trying to get these 2 heroes, and look at this. Crixie off to the side. Malik coming in, stopping the retreat from the Roxy, and sure enough, he is in the middle of their Jannar as well, doing such a great job. Cobra jumped in, threw his ult. He did absolutely everything that he needed to, and we have a fight up on top, and Superman, again, losing to the Scud. He just doesn't have a chance. He really needs to send someone else up top. Roadrunner gets all 3 towers and has killed Superman, what, 3 times? Let's take a look. I believe 3 times. And look at this red team is going to be able to get this enraged abyssal dragon with next to no issues. Not a blue team in sight. And Slims is picking up the dark blessing. So, again, we are back to this. If we look at gold and towers and everything, it is 7 kills to 16, 2,500 gold to 3,400 gold, and 6 towers to on the red side and 1 tower on the blue. And now 3 dragons on the red side to 1 on the blue side. I think Superman was the definitely the strange pick. I want to see him more in these team fights, and I haven't really got to see much knockbacks yet, and I think that's definitely a problem. I'm gonna see his damage by the end of the game, and I would like to see how much he's actually throwing out there, because right now I feel like it's just not enough. And oh my gosh, in the meantime, Scud was pushing bottom, found Finnick, and he is down. He did that almost flawlessly. Look at that. Look, still level 15, ready to go, almost full life. So Superman running straight into Mina. Mina was able to pull him, stop his ult, and Superman does have to use his ability just to get away. He's not going to be able to utilize it to try to kill anybody, and that's going to hurt him in this next team fight. He really didn't need to use that. It was just a Mina. I think he was worried about being initiated on by the rest of the team, but he is going to be really susceptible to any kind of crowd control in leading up to this next fight. And look at this. The buff has not yet wore off for this this red team, and they are going to go for this Darkslayer buff. If this blue team wasn't messing with Scud, I think they would know, but sure enough, Scud is doing a great job keeping them all at bay. Superman was able to get a knockback there, but Scud gets away. And look at this. The entire time that's happening, they're taking this with the 50% damage reduction to the Darkslayer and still going to pick it up. That is a Darkslayer for this red team. So it is almost a 10k difference in gold. As long as this red team doesn't make any kind of mistakes as far as them going in and possibly dying, they should be able to close this out almost effortlessly. But we will see how this next team fight goes. It's still anyone's game, but the red team does have a pretty big... And look at that. They are choosing to initiate. Roxy missing her ult, and Scud going in and two-shotting Crixie. And right in the middle of everything, Roxy is, and she ends up getting taken out. Superman is taken out as well. Finnick, and now it is crushed, and that is what I'm talking about. That is the team fight that I was saying. And sure enough, KZ takes the series. Great job. And look at that. Superman did not have his skill for that last fight, and that's what I was talking about. It was really going to hurt him. And, yeah, it sure enough did. If we look at details, and this is kind of what I was talking about, 13% of the damage. He did a decent job, but just wasn't able to keep up with the rest of them. And he played more of a tank than he did anything else. I mean, Crushed almost did more damage than him. That's definitely not what you want to see as far as your Superman is considered. And also was only around 2 of the kills. And oh my gosh, he only had 2 completed items. He had only 5k gold. But if we look on this other side, sure enough, Mina was around 10 of the kills. Did a great job as far as rotations and also taking the most of the damage. So good job on their end. Jannar obviously doing the most damage in the game. He was so strong with that ult. That's Scud did amazing job up top. We have no complaints there. Definitely was fully in control of that top lane. So congrats to those guys. And yeah, great stuff, I gotta say. That was a great first set of series. Good stuff. All right, let me get caught up on chat real quick. What am I seeing? Yeah, so Finnick going with he didn't build. Okay, so let's just use this moment to do some education. So give me a second here. So let's take a look at the equipment. When you are playing a Finnick, for instance, and you are going to jungle, this is the jungle path, right? This is number one item that you gotta pick, right? The second item you build, and we'll even do this to just show you, you have to buy this almost second, unless you're gonna go boots or something along those lines. But you do not build this outright first. You want to take this step, and the reason why is that it gives you so much more. It gives you the ability to slow. It starts your stacks. To go with this kind of an item, you wasted 1,000 gold of kills and stuff like that. You know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah. All right, whoops. Switch back. Here we go. All right, let me figure out if the next teams are going to be ready here soon. If not, no big deal. We do have some time to kill. We got about 30 minutes before the next match is supposed to start, but we will see if they're going to be ready here soon. So give me just one moment. All right, just messaging the two teams and making to see what's going on and see if they're potentially ready to start early. If not, like I said, it's not a big deal, but we will ask them anyways. But wow, it's good stuff. Who was the MVP of the games? Like, who did the best in your opinion? So the MVP for the first games, or I'm sorry, the second game was definitely the Scud. Scud did such a great job. Even though Jannar did very well, definitely outdid my expectations of someone with a bronze badge playing that hero. Did great. The Scud dominating that top lane and was able to keep pushing, and then at one point was able to pick up the Finnick just out of the blue. Definitely Scud. Who's up next? We have Supreme and Sai. Those are the two that are going to be up. So I'm talking with them right now. All right. So, but yes, that's what we're looking at. APOC, welcome, buddy. But as far as the first game, let me try to think back. I'm trying to remember. Oh, if you want the bracket, it's exclamation point PVL. It's on there. It shows you the entire wins and losses for all the teams in. This is week 4. Just remember. So we're gonna start. I think we're gonna start keeping track of like scores and stats and stuff like that. But I'm not 100% sure yet. But getting back to who won, or who do I think the MVP was for the, what's it called? The first game. I'm trying to recall. Violet and Valheim. One of those two, definitely. They both were able to push into the base and really catch them off guard. And it just kind of played to a weakness that that IG really didn't know that they had. I think that's some of the best kinds of plays, is that knowing when to back off of a fight as opposed to fully committing is pretty good. Is a huge skill that you need in this game. And if you were around yesterday for those games, perfect example of two pro teams that know exactly what's going on. There were so many times that they backed off because they knew the lanes were pushing. And then inevitably, the game ended because of the creeps, which was pretty great. Wait, who did you just say the game MVPs were? So I was saying Scud of the last game, and in the first game, it's got to be either Violet or Valheim. They did very, very well. Crixie did very well as far as zoning. I like that. I would say that would be my my runner-up for sure. Whoa, Crush outdamaged both of them. Did they really? That's crazy. Crush is no disrespect. Crush is very good champion. But I like to see the plays. Definitely did really well. They pushed bot because I told them wanted to rotate, but whatever. I gotta say it's a good thing to see. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize how quickly marksman can take down supports. Never get love, buddy. I know. I feel you. I gave runner up to the what was it? To the Alice. The Alice did very good. Rest MVP, yes. But yeah, that's kind of my idea. Alright, I'm just trying to make sure that we got everything going. So, both teams are not ready yet. So, if you guys got it, the next match should, at the most, will be in 30 minutes. We kind of leave this gap just in case it does go to 3 games, which it normally ends within 2. I can't remember the last time that it has ended in 3, but yes, at the least. Or I'm sorry, at the most it will start in 30 minutes. At the soonest it could start in the next couple of minutes. I'm just waiting on messages from them, and as soon as I get the messages, I'm raring to go. But yeah, like I do. The Alice was me, boy. Yeah, no, you did good. You did good. I love supports. I'm like a support like. Dude, I love them. But the big boy plays are always so good. It's hard to. Alice does so much, but I definitely agree with you. She doesn't get enough love because her stuff is just like, oh, she put down her ult, but she put down her ult in the most precise spot that helped her entire team, you know, get away from the enemy team. So. The placements always need to be definitely looked at for sure. But yeah, no, it was all good. It was all good. But yeah, if you guys got any questions about the 2 games, you just let me know. I'm answering as many as you got. Infected, you asked how many games you gonna commentate today. It'll be 2 sets of games. 2 sets of teams, but it will be a total of either 4 games or 6 games. So right now, I'm at 2, and at most, I'll have 3 more. That's all I got. Then after that, I'm free. I can rank because I only got 3 days to win. How many games? I gotta win 2 games in rank, and then I can be done with it and not be stressed out anymore that I failed a diamond. Hey there, buddy. How you doing, bud? How you doing, Astro? Welcome. We are just waiting on both of these teams to show up. But Still have not heard from them. But yeah, those games were pretty good. I gotta say, I do love to see these matches. It really does put it in perspective on like what's going on at any point in the game, and it's good to see an overview, and especially on how people play differently and what the different matchups are. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some music on for just a second. I'm gonna run and get a glass of water because I almost lost my voice last night on how hyped I was on everything. So if you guys can hang out for a minute, and it looks like we're just waiting on the teams to show up for the 8:30 match. So we still got some time. I'll be back. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them out at me, and I will answer what I can. Be right back. All right, we're back. We are still waiting on these teams. How's everybody doing tonight? What else do we got? But yeah, I wish I could go back and look at the stats of those games. If you guys did not or were not around as of last night, there was some real intense games that happened. Let me try to find them. This is actually from today. Let me find it real quick. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep, it is. All right, let me pull this up real quick. All right, so check this out. Here comes Chugnar back from the grave, and Pura so low, really needs to get out of this situation. Look at that heal. The immense heal that was up there just was able to heal the entire team. Pura's not going down. Finally able to get taken out, but look at this Ryoma. Ryoma is going to get taken down in the process. They got the support, and in the process, the creeps actually won the game. The creeps actually pushed the lane up on to tank both these heroes. And I had no words. I had no words from that experience. My voice is like cutting out. I'm just sitting there like in awe of what just happened. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. What else do we got? Let me take a look. What else? I think there was another one. To reset the dragon to buy them some more time. 100K on both sides. This thing is getting intense. So here we go.
Looking
the
at
dragon
some of these
is being
plays,
initiated
seeing
by
what
this
else
blue
is going
team.
on.
This blue team is very scary. They are going to have to reset this dragon. And sure enough, Jannar actually comes out of the bush and is ults in, pops the Purify. Liliana actually almost taken down by the Kriknak. Kriknak trying desperately to get there. Chugnar almost down. And look at this Kriknak trying to reset the... Yeah, Kriknak was doing really good. Winions, that's true. Kriknak was doing such a great job in that game. If we go back and take a look at it.
Buy them some more time.
100K
Let's get
on
back
both
to
sides.
the,
This thing is getting...
Let's get back to this last
not
little
enough.
bit.
Oh my gosh, look at the damage that is going on right there.
So this
Now
is
they
what
are
I was saying about
one little tower
Kilgrath.
at this point, and
he definitely is.
oh no, Crash comes in and steals the Abyssal Dragon, and I believe steals the buff as well. It couldn't be any more worse for this
Couldn't be
team,
any
and
more
sure
worse.
enough, that is Slim's being taken out. Pure is going to be
Listening to
next,
myself is always cringy.
and that is gotta be just completely heartbreaking.
Double kill.
Wow, so heartbreaking.
So is it this fight? No,
Khalib
it's not
up,
this fight.
and so is Irie, and they are trying to
Let me see
defend
if I
this
can find
base
it.
as best they can.
There's a point in this game. Okay, here it is. So this is what's going to happen. This red team is going to... They want to close this game. Especially after what just happened. Super Soaker.
Are they
Dude.
They're waiting for the Dark
No, you
Slayer at
didn't.
this point? Oh, they
My
did.
dude.
Dark Slayer, so very sure that they...
Yay, one Jared, my dude. Thank you
They,
so much,
picked
buddy.
the-
I really appreciate you.
Enraged.
Thank you so much for the sub, man. 2 months. Love your face.
Yeah,
Love your face.
they're definitely able to get to Slims. That's, I think...
So
that's
what
gotta
we're
be,
doing is we're taking a look at
staple
what's
out
going
of
on.
this game
Have you seen this
is
yet?
that
Let
they're
me
able
take a
to
look.
get to him, which
I'm scared what it
shouldn't
is.
happen.
I'll check that out here in just a second.
We go
But-
little bit of initiation, and I
Okay,
think they're
watch
actually
this
gonna go
play
broke here.
and watch
I
chat
don't know what else
here in just
they
a
really
second.
can do at this point.
So what's about to happen is that the red team wants to close this. TZN has been winning this game
Skill
so
definitely
much.
puts
They
you-
have, look at this, a 10K gold difference, right? They have 9 towers, 1 Dark Slayer, 4 dragons, right? If you look over on this side, they only have 7 kills to 12. They have 1 tower. That is it. So here we go.
The bigger minions.
So
or
look,
will
the big minions are
They're gonna
coming in,
just do
and
some
and
work.
look at this. Look where everyone is positioned. Irie doing a great job already back by the core. Let me get myself out of it. So Irie back by the core, looking good. And then if you look, Khalib back as well, and so is this. Dro's all the way up, and Vayer close in the action, right? So let's see.
work
Let's
right
take a
now.
look
I
what's
don't
going on
think
here.
They have a chance to defend this, but let's take a look. Sure enough, swipes come.
So we're gonna keep pausing this just to make sure. Was this yesterday? It was. This was the NTG tournament. So if you look at the position on all these. Violet's in the back, ready to pounce on anyone that Creamy or James do end up gumming with, and you're gonna see
coming
what
up,
ends up
doing
coming
a great
here.
job trying to.
So Irie gets out of that ult, and so does Slims. They were able to leap away from that, which is good. Slims did hit Mina with a stun. right? So everything's going well for this this blue team.
Stop the minions.
And then Kali throws out the ult, and look where it's directed. It's directed over to this side of the map. They don't care. She doesn't care about this side.
Crash
And instantly throwing it over to the Kilgroth, and hopefully hitting the Violet. So already, look at the position. These are the tankies. Flash even was. They're trying to take these two out, which I totally understand. But in the process, such a counter attack is happening. And then check this out. The entire team just gets initiated on, and they all kind of close in on each other. But again, Kresh doesn't have his ult. Mina does have hers, and she's going to be
so much
attempting to use it here in
damage.
just a second.
Kira does get taken out. Kali taken out.
But
as
look
well.
at this.
And
So
these,
Irie went
what
in
is that?
and was able to
Flash
take
and
out
Violet actually taken out in the
Violet.
process.
And then
Look at this.
Slims.
Oh, such a great spear. James is probably going to go down here, but Mina's very close, and that is it for him.
So that one
Great
fight.
Turnaround, and look at the gold difference all of a sudden.
Look
Like,
at the
it
gold
was
difference. It was so
so
the
huge before.
the
but was
catch
able
up
to,
mechanics in this game
was
are
able to
just
get it.
so
And sure
crazy,
enough,
and
look
picks
at
up
this, and he is
Kilgroth as
taken
well.
out as well. This blue team needs to be
So
careful.
Slims picks
They
up
do
his
another-
Blade of Returnal, and then they're
going
gonna
to
push this entire.
They're really going to throw this game.
They're gonna completely push this lane, right? So if you look, it was over 10K, right? Now look at the gold difference. It's slowly catching up, right? Already starting to look pretty good, and chat's just like, wait, what? That Kali aim. I mean, so true. So blue did a great job there. So now they're looking at this Dark Slayer, and then this right here, this moment is where the entire game completely turns around. So Zune does see Violet run into that bush, throws the stun, dashes in again, and does take out Violet. At this point, if you're the red team, just run away. Count your losses, run away. That's what's happening. And then check this out. Just check that out. Oh, look who's here. The Irie herself. That moment right there completely turns around this game. So Violet being down, the red team does have to back up, does have to concede this Dark Slayer. And look at the zoning that's going on, making sure that he can't get here. And then comes out and does take him out. And that's what I'm talking about. The power that she has is just so good. The item build, just amazing. So this dragon is going to go ahead and take out this tower while they rotate to this bottom. And look at the spear. Hits Flash. Kali coming in with the ult. And that is the end of that tower. And they just look at the gold now. They were just down over 10K gold. And sure enough, they are now within 2K gold. This thing is crazy. Insensitive, what's up, buddy? How you doing, bud? New phone, who dis? Irie OP, she is very good right now. She's absolutely such a strong hero. So Pura doing a great job with them heals. Another stun, but they're trying to hit this Violet as much as they can. The initiation, and look at that. Irie jumps in, was able to kill everyone, and look at them trying to take her out, and she's still alive. And that moment right there, when they went all in onto Irie, is what literally is cost them the game, and then they are able to
Bottom, but I really think that he needs to be back towards the.
and look
towards
at
the
this
base.
is a
He's
this was
trying
a
to back
great
the creeps, was
a great attempt,
response, but it is
but
not
they're
enough, and KZ wins the game.
look at chat. Watch. Just chat is just like, oh my god.
I am speechless right now. What did we just watch? What did we just watch? Oh my god.
So good.
Oh my god.
Yep. So good stuff. Got tunnel
Alright.
vision on that Violet. Yeah, you
Was-
did. You killed it, dude.
Wow.
Absolutely killed it.
Okay.
Did
Um.
you did so good. That one, her going into that bush and not being able to get away with you, really, won that. Oh, watch the clip. All right, yeah. Let me check the clip out.
Oh! Oh, the dragon hype. The dragon hype.
What is going on here?
Dragon hype, guys. Dragon hype.
Oh
Woo! Dance it off. Dance it off. Nice ults. Dance it off, guys. Damn.
The abyssal dragon twerking.
Damn, dude.
That is pretty funny. That is good stuff. That is funny. No rain team. I know, GB. I'm sorry, bud. All good. Been catching up with friends at school. Oh, what's up? Oh, that's cool. Insensitive. We need to get some games in tonight, so I hope you're ready. I need to win 2. Need to win 2. That's all I got to do. But all right, look. Let's see. So, put it on stream. Oh yeah. Sorry. Where'd he go? Bam. Who is it? Oh, I've always seen this guy's name. I've never got to watch him stream before. That's funny. Yeah, I've never got to see him stream before. He must stream at just random times that I just can't watch. No friends in IRL. Hey, that's a good thing. More time for gamies. I need to go back to training camp. Why is that, Jim? Gym leader, why? So I can't play on school nights? Oh, you could. You good, dude. I'm probably going to solo it anyways. Just saying, if you're around, let me know. You wake up at 6? Same here. Same here. You like Dave? Yeah, I've never got to watch his streams. I've always wanted to. But yeah, I haven't. I don't know if I don't know when he streams. It must be times when I'm either sleeping or at work or something. You've become a support main now. GB, what? Dave is always on at midnight. Oh, so that must be why. Because my supports, oh, because your Superman's trash? No. He streams around 7 p.m. to midnight-ish. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I think I just haven't seen him play Arena Valor. He probably plays other games. I just haven't seen it yet. I wake up and sleep for another hour. What? Do you really? Oh, does it take you a while to get up? Oh, gotcha. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay, gotcha. Didn't catch the bus. I feel you, bud. Support, not soups. Oh, gotcha. All right. Looks like both teams are getting ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and type or start the whole process and everything. So we'll go from there. I tried to Nox for casting, but I had issues. Could you please show me your settings? What kind of settings are you looking for? Like as far as buttons, or are you talking about like are you talking like what settings? He just has a YouTube, so you can watch him there. Oh, really? Oh, okay. There you go. I knew he was a creator in this, like a content creator, and I was just kind of curious. Like, I wanted to watch his stream, see what he's about. I just haven't seen it. The res display was lagging for me. So I'm gonna tell you right now, you do need a decent computer to play it. And also, yeah,
Like,
I can definitely give you all the settings I got for sure, but just letting you know, it does take a I want to say a decent computer. We are just checking on a few things. So I sent the invite, so we're just gonna be hanging out. You got an i7 1080. Oh yeah, you should be able to do it in no time, or with no problem. Cuddles, welcome to the stream. 20-second delay, so if you're hearing this 20 seconds later, you know why. I can't wait for the new hero to come out to the US in Dave's channel. What you mean? Oh, he's good at explaining. His coaching skills is pretty decent in terms of teaching players high gameplays. Oh, is he? Oh, nice. That's awesome. Good. Oh, yeah. This KPL is far ahead of AOV. Yeah, it totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. What rank is he, by the way? Do you guys know? Like, is he high level, like, diamond or what? Be a sub and play in the AOV today, but they didn't need you. Oh, Hyro, that sucks, dude. Sorry. No, isn't it Reign of Kings? I can't remember. As Davis Conqueror, but currently in Diamond. I feel his pain. I feel his pain. Yeah, suck is Daniel 27. Yep. So we're just waiting for the teams to join, but nothing so far. Both teams not ready. Hey, thank you so much. By the way, everyone, thank you so much for them follows that have been coming in today. Really do appreciate it. Super Soaker, thank you for the sub. Hermy, thank you for the sub. H Money, thank you for the bits. What is it? I think Traffic Cone came in with a sub as well. My dudes, appreciate all your faces. Drink some water, boys. I almost lost my voice yesterday casting the NTG's tournament. I've been drinking water like crazy. I posted in Discord. I'm like, if anyone has any ideas on how to deal with like voice issues, let me know. Like, seriously, let me know. What did you miss? Oh, suck. You're talking to suck. Oh, I got you. We're waiting for... Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, you're no rush. I mean, we start in 3 minutes, but no rush. I mean, like, you really need to get in the game right now, but it's, you know, whenever you can. Whenever you can, like, right now. But at your own pleasure. I'm actually going to go ahead and... some hot herbal tea after you finish casting would help. Oh, man. I don't drink tea. I just drink water. That's all I ever drink. I don't drink pop. I don't drink anything else other than water. Maybe an occasional beer. Sometimes. The most recent game you missed was IG losing to KZ Tribe. Oh, yes. Yep. So,
IG definitely. I hope that they rewatch the stream. I really do, and take like some of the critiques that I was talking about, and like takes that and uses it to improve, because there were some definite moments that they could definitely help. Water is what quenches your throat. I only drink oxygen. Any ranked games today? Yeah, GB. I plan on playing some after this set of teams plays. Drop OD Pixel a line. He once casted a 3.5 hour Dota 2 pro match. Wow. What? That's insane. But yeah, I don't know what it is about work late and missed everything. Yeah, you absolutely can. You can do all that. So if you go into videos, if you're on the computer, you can go up to videos and click on the most recent video, and you'll be able to click on, you'll be able to watch the video in its entirety. So with Twitch, what's is cool is as I'm live streaming, you can actually go back and watch whatever you want of what I'm streaming right now, which is really cool. Then, yeah, which is pretty awesome. And then you can watch yesterday's as well. You only drink creatine? Have school isn't letting me play AOV a lot. Oh, suck. That's too bad, bud. Suck, what grade are you in now? I can't remember. I have to quickly finish this homework I have, and then I'll try to play. Suck, you need to get on some games, bud. You've been MIA too much. Am I late for the PVL? You missed the first set of games, Drew, but we are going to be on the second set. We haven't started just yet. The games are about to go. So every Wednesday and Thursday, first game starts at 7. The second set of games starts at 8:30. We are just waiting for the other team at this point. So we're just waiting on them right now. Alright, we are down to 4 more people need to join. Astral hitting us with the knowledge. Look out. Oh, goodness. That's what happens. Our lobby ID expired. I'm a brain rain. I see you. Did you really? Mini publications. Okay, my bad. Didn't know we had a celebrity. Look out. My dude. It's awesome. Get in the water. Alright. You're so close to being there. Being ready. Thanks for knowing me the times, but that's not Eastern time zone. Which are you? So I can calculate my times. I'm Central, so I think Eastern is 1 hour ahead. So that would be 8 o'clock to was that 9:30? Over 2.7 million. Woo! Damn, Astral. Jesus. Write a book? Make some money on that. Damn. That's awesome, man. I can't believe MTS has 637 stars in Conqueror. Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. It's very ridiculous how many stars he has. I think that they will, I think that it's got to go. Bye, Rain. All right, buddy. Have a good one. Take it easy. I'd give out my name, but it's kind of iffy with these people. Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, it's fine. You don't got to prove nothing. Who cares? It's cool. Let's go, peeps. We are now 5 minutes over. We could be halfway through a game at this point. Does he ever sleep? He actually... So, they are very good at... He doesn't solo queue very often, from what I've seen. And he just queues with the right kind of people, and they... I mean, not to mention he does amazingly, obviously. If that wasn't a thing, but... solo queue... Like, I like to solo queue a lot of the time. I try, to queue up with people, but... Alright, I think we're about ready. We're ready. They are ready. Alright, boys. This is going to be game number 1. This is Psy versus Supreme. So if you guys can get hyped, get ready. I'm going to kill the music, and we're going to get into these games. All right. So Psy does have a few, substitutes. And it looks like Arum going to be the first ban coming out. So just remember, this is game 1, best of 3.
Blue team's turn to ban.
But Velheim, first ban for this red side. Pretty obvious ban. I mean, Velheim, he's such a strong hero. And definitely one of the top 5 bans in this current meta. Blue team really taking their time on who they want to ban. Irie, another solid ban. She's so good at getting to the squishier parts of the team and making quick work of them. And now we are looking at the red team. Marja, solid ban as well. I have to say, these are all some of the top tier heroes of the game. The next one I would like to see is probably a Chugnar to stop the kinds of teams that can really... Chugnar is the character that, if not banned, if your team can definitely suffer if Chugnar is picked on the other team. Especially if you go stun heavy and Chugnar's picked last. Situations like that.
Red team's turn to ban.
So Zinio being the third ban for the blue side, pretty obvious. Has that
team fight potential at anywhere
Blue
in
team's turn to pick.
anywhere in the map. So pretty solid. Violet being actually banned out as well. So Violet, top tier hero, might be the #1 hero as far as damage and also pick rate and ban rate. Such a strong champion currently. They really need to tone her down, but the patch just hasn't happened, so they're just keeping it as is. Lindis getting
Red
picked
team's
up for the
turn
first
to pick.
jungler. So with that being said, this red team can definitely play easy on who they want to go with. I would prefer to see a Malik on this side, especially with a Lindis. Malik is just an all-around champion. He can do the damage, he can take the hits, and he can throw in the stuns. Omen, pretty solid pick. I don't... With the Irie being banned out and the Xennial, I think he's a pretty solid pick. He can definitely do some damage. They will probably run a Scud to fight him, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so now we are looking at the blue side. So this is where the team's really going to come together, and it looks like a Teamy and a Tulin being shown already. All right, so Tulin, we haven't got to see Tulin in a match in quite some time. Do appreciate seeing a good Tulin every once in a while, but Jannar and Kali have been the stars of the mid lane for quite some time. The Mina being picked up, very solid for sure, especially with the Jannar if they end up going with that. So they will have 2 AoE stuns with a Jannar, which is a great pick. So I would like to see a Roxy is must be to deal with the Omen up on top, but I don't know where the synergy comes with this Roxy. So we'll have to see how that goes. And we're waiting on one more. Active Frost is going to have to pick another warrior, and look at that. Sure enough, it's like I called it. The Scud is going to be going up against the Omen, and that's exactly kind of how I thought that it would go. Scud's so good at pushing towers. Omen's so good at pushing towers. They definitely counter each other because they're almost the exact same. So it's going to be a definite slap fight up on top in that Darkslayer lane. And then we have the Slims getting picked out last. All right. I gotta say, I do like both sides, both teams. They both look pretty solid. The Teamy is the definite wild card out of all of the heroes. If he can land those ults and definitely save some of his team, a good Teamy can really change the dynamic of the game. But if they're just not in, or if they're out of position, run in too soon, take too much damage, or just get killed before they can ult, Teamy's entire toolkit kind of goes out the window. So his ult is really his bread and butter.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, and within 5 seconds, we're going to be loading into the game. And remember, this is game 1 of 3, and whoever we are going to be playing one right after this. And let's take a look at these badges. I got to say, Tulin and Scud, obvious, are the most comfortable with their heroes, which is going to be good. But if you look at Slims, Lindis, and Jannar, all haven't played very many games with them. I think you get that badge after you've played it only 10 games. It's something very low, and definitely can. I'm really surprised with a Lindis too, because Lindis
is such a strong hero right now. To see a person who, like Active Frost, who plays those jungle characters a lot, only have played Lindis only a handful of times is interesting. And Slims as well, such a strong character, especially if these people are jungle mains. You know, the people that sit in the jungle, play all those characters. Maybe they're more of a, a filling position. All right, and it looks like everyone's 100%. Game 1, here we go. And we got to pause. Just when we thought the action's going to pick up, sure enough, we get pushed back down. It looks like whatever reason they were pausing, it looks like they were able to resolve it, so the game is officially starting at this point. And let's get going. I do like to see Private Dancer on that Scud. I've seen him in games before, and he does very well as far as that solo lane champion. We need to make sure that Scud and Omen go to the same lane. I don't know if the red team really wants that to happen, but this blue team definitely should. I think Scud will be able to fight that Omen very well, as opposed to anything else. And it looks like they are going for this red buff. And Mina did reset the red buff, and Linda's quickly escaping, going away from this position, and is going back to her side. Looks like Malik chasing Private Dancer, and looks like they are. Look at what great job! Look at this. And Private Dancer doing an excellent job resetting the buff, which should chase him, but unfortunately just wasn't able to. That right there is some great gameplay there. It's something you got to appreciate. It's the minor things in these games that can really change the outcome. And sure enough, he tried to reset the buff, did his job. If he would have, it would have killed more time for this red team and bought him some time to, if needed, get his team down there. Looks like they are now backing off. Slim's going to his jungle. Lindis finally cleaning up his. Lindis is about to be close to level 4, but it's going to be just short. And if we look at Slim's, again, looks like about this exact same. Does have all this jungle, so far Slim's is in a better position than this Lindis is. Lindis is really needs to go down and probably get this owl. But it looks like they're going for the... oh, no. Could be running... Oh, and look, was able to see the two heroes and does end up taking 2 tower hits. I'm a little confused on that right there. And Mina just running into the entire team, and Scud comes in, was able to hit the charge and also the execute. Well done. And with that being said, they are going to rotate down to the dragon, which is exactly what they should do when an enemy is killed. And oh my god, so close. Active Frost must not have had their ability. And Private actually had to go in and make sure with 42 or 43 health, had to go in there and stop that dragon. All right, Mina running into the same bush that she just died at. And Teamy did get his pooty poots off. Oh my god, Tulin! We watched that whole thing go down, and I did not realize that Tulin had so much damage, but takes out Jannar. Omen is about to run straight into 3 heroes, but wasn't able to get the stun. And look at this. That is going to be Roxy possibly taken out. But what a great job by this Tulin. And man, you can definitely tell that this person is comfortable with this Tulin. And Teamy is going to be taken out and is in a very bad position. But look at this. Jannar actually having the presence of mind to run all the way up top. And that is going to be a 2 kills for this red team. They really didn't have anywhere to go. I don't know what they could have done. If they saw that team, I would have probably just taken the flicker route and just ran away. But they had to have known that the enemy was coming really quickly. All right, so we got the red team coming back in this game. They're definitely just 1 dragon down at this point, and that is enough. And going to be an easy task here in about 30 seconds to pick up. Teamy back in mid, ready to help his lovely Tulin. Two people up in the bush. Jannar and Mina were able to be seen by Active Frost. Active Frost actually taking a hit, and this is going to be the end for him. And sure enough, Jannar was able to finish him off. Teamy getting killed in the process, and now it is a Malik jumping in just randomly in the wrong location. But look at this. Dragon is up. This red team needs to rotate over to it and pick this up quickly. And sure enough, that's what they're doing. A great job by them. So hopefully they can keep private. This is what one of the heroes need to do. But unfortunately, they're sending two. They really need to be careful because Tulin is on his way. And look at this. Slims did pick that up. Tulin could have went in on that. Could have went in on that. All right. And look at this. Teamy running in towards Jannar. And Teamy actually getting hit there and could have possibly gotten killed if Slims would have followed up on that arrow. We'll check out mid. Oh my gosh. Completely caught out from that arrow. Ran straight into it and is instantly killed by the Slims. And look at this Malik. Malik is now chasing down Private Dancer. Private Dancer. And then, oh my gosh, Tulin coming, trying to defeat the Malik, wasn't able to, and Malik is now trying to follow up with his team and make sure that they had some support there. Roxy picking up the red buff up on top. We haven't really seen much from this this top lane. Roxy has 1 assist, and Omen does have 1 death. All right, and look at Tulin. Tulin with the big boy damage coming out, but just wasn't enough to kill that Slims. I think he really should have maybe went in on that. No, he would have died. He made the right choice there. All right, we got spears coming out left and right, not connecting. Slims, this right here is something that he needs to be careful on. He does have the ability to heal the lifesteal, but he's out of commission until he gets that back up, and it could be a potential big team fight that's coming up soon. And he really needs to make sure that he's around for that, just like this. And look at this, he's already half life, and he just isn't able to make a play. And that right there, getting caught by Roxy, and that is what's gonna get you killed. Roxy taking a lot of damage. Jannar coming in, but Tulin dropping in, throwing out tons of damage, and sure enough, the final kill right there by the Tulin. Tulin is rocking it right now. Let's look at what he has. He doesn't have a full item. He actually, I apologize. He went with the orb for the as opposed to going for just the core. I'm sorry. He should have went with just the Phoenix and then possibly tried to rush one of the items, but instead finished the entire core. And look at this, Slim's getting picked off as well. I gotta say, he's doing amazing. So what do I know about this whole Tulin thing? Anyways, he's doing such a great job. He is everywhere he needs to be. He is now 6-1. They are gonna be initiating onto this dragon. And here comes Malik. Malik does see that they're going for the dragon, but look at the enemy, or the red team. The red team just was not in position to rotate to that. And that is a free dragon for this blue team. So blue team right now doing such a great job. All right, Darkslayer just spawning. And now the red team really doesn't have a choice. They need to get something going at this point. Omen has been completely MIA. 0-2 up on top. He has, 3.9k money? It's just not enough. He really needs to get this farm as much as possible. He needs to get those items. And he actually went defensive for his first couple items. So he must be trying to play the long game, wanting to be more in those team fights later on. But that's only if his team is going to be able to survive that long. All right, we got 3 heroes in mid against the 3 heroes of the red side. Now 4 with the Malik. Malik just needs to keep an eye at all times on the Scud because Scud is going to push this tower. We have a rotation up on top. Slim's arrow coming out. Just wasn't able to connect with anyone. But Scud now rotating over into the jungle, which is a good play by him. Able to pick up and trying to clear out this as much as possible. But we got Jannar ult actually coming in. Ulted in on Tulin. Only hitting one person. I think you maybe should have saved that, but... Oh, and look at that. Lindis actually getting ulted. Malik coming in. Malik dropping the big boy swing. Lindis coming back up, and Teamy is going to run away from that. Bad position. So Lindis did get caught out by that arrow, which started that whole ball rolling. And here we go. They're initiating on this dragon, but the dragon is going to reset no matter where it's at. And sure enough, there it is. It is now going to become the enraged Abyssal Dragon. Look at Jannar. Jannar actually creeping up on top. And Roxy might get blindsided, but sure enough, took next to no damage because of the magic resist. We got a big initiation coming out by that team, or by the Tulin. Tulin's doing such a great job. And look at this, Mina being taken out as well as the Malik. And that is the blue team taking the enraged Abyssal Dragon. Lindis picking up the dark buff at this point. And Tulin, again, 7-1. Doing amazing. All right. Everything's kind of slowing down at this point. And the gold lead is starting to really swing in blue team's favor. It is almost 10K at this point and is looking very good. Oh, Linda's taking a big arrow to the face, but they don't initiate on it. I really think that would have been pretty good if they would have. But yeah, just not in position to jump in on her. We have Roxy taking out the top tower, and then sure enough, the blue team coming in with that Lindis, doing so much damage to him. And now Jannar actually getting picked off. Lindis is doing a great job actually prioritizing the carries over some of the other heroes, so that's good stuff all around. Roxy is going to get destroyed at this point. Sure enough, she's getting taken out. Teamy does not have an ult. He's going to be taken down. Jannar now trying his best, and Lindis now taken out. That is a 4 for 1. So very bad exchange for that blue team. They were hoping to maybe kill one, and that right there would have been able to make sure that they got that high ground tower, but they just didn't have what it took. Private now rotating over to the Darkslayer lane. Is going to see Jannar and Omen near it, and he's just trying to save his tower. And we got Tulin that's looks like he wants to pick up this blue buff in the process. So again, we have scouting from Teamy in these bushes. These bushes are so deadly. And they are for sure just kind of waiting for something, for some lone soul to walk past. Here they go. They see Roxy. And look at this. They are about to initiate. They see Slims, but they don't go for him. They see him maybe last minute. Scud ran all the way down on bottom, and he is going to continue to push this against this Omen. And if he can kill Omen, he's going to get a high ground tower for sure. 4 heroes in mid, 5 blues, actually. Omen, the odd man, out on the side lane. They are just waiting for anything to come their way. And sure enough, Teamy charging up his Pooty Poots, runs into Malik. Malik taking quite a bit of damage. And now the big boy jump coming in. Mina coming in, ulting 4 of the heroes, and they are just getting shredded at this point. Malik doing so much damage. Teamy doing a great job. Did bring back some of the heroes, but it is just not enough. That is the 3 of the teammates for this blue side for none. And look at this. Jannar actually still has his ult. He's trying his best to throw out everything he's got. But look at Scud doing so much work. Actually took out Mina. Oh my god, that is a triple kill. And Jannar luckily stopped Scud from killing all 4 of them.
Triple kill.
Such a big play there from that Scud.
Shut down.
Wow.
A blue team tower has
So,
been destroyed.
They were able to get mid and top towers during that play. So good for the blue side. Let's take a look at some of the items real quick. We have Lindis, who is super strong at this point, but even better is this Scud, who is completely max items. I don't think he was max before that last fight, but he is definitely now. So he is going to be a scary carry coming in. So if anyone comes in his way, he is more likely going to hit him like a truck. Let's take a look at what Roxy has. So Roxy is at that point where she's almost max build. She does have one more item, which hopefully she does build here shortly. And look at this. The spear coming in was so close. Absolutely so close. And then the Abyssal and the Darkslayer are both up, and we should see some kind of fight nearing its head soon. So 4 heroes there. Omen, not really sure what to do at this point. If he leaves his team, he does potentially see that it is going to be a 5v4, but he does end up going top, and the red team does play a little bit more passive. They're going to run straight into Mina. Mina wasn't able to get the buff, but does pick up Lindis. Lindis is going to get obliterated within moments. Jannar throwing his ult, and Tulin having to flicker and jump away. Scud now rushing down to bottom to try to push that, which is a great plan. Get them more interested in some of the other lanes as opposed to pushing mid and putting that pressure on your team. Looks like Omen was able to catch Private Dancer on that Scud, and it looks like Scud could go down here. I don't see him being able to get out of this, and sure enough, he is down. While that's going on, Mina was around, and they were able to pick up the Abyssal Dragon. Slim's now picking up the Darkslayer buff, and Tulin did try to come in and steal it, but just got there a little too late. All right, Malik does see the 3 remaining heroes. Now 4, with Lindis returning to the fray. Jannar throwing out his ult, but really doesn't hit anyone, I don't think, with that. So needs to be careful. Malik coming in. I think they really need to wait for Jannar's ult to be back up. And sure enough, there's chaos going all over the place. Jannar gonna be taken out, but luckily he was able to get back. Tulin popping his immunity right away with the Omen. Omen now having to back up because the Tulin was around, and they did not get Lindis. Lindis is definitely their the bread and butter for this blue team. Scud is as well, but they need to lock down and kill Lindis as quickly as possible. All right, and sure enough, they are starting to regroup, and Jannar still does not have his ult. There it goes, finally coming online. Everyone at this point is level 15 except for that teamie, so something to watch, and he actually is just now hitting level 15. If we look at items, everyone has got to be full build. It is almost time to start selling boots, especially who is it? Slims is doing real well. Does have everything. Does have the ability to come back to life as well with the Blade of Eternal. And let's do a Blade of Eternal check. So right now, Lindis does have it. Roxy does have it. And Slims is the only one on the red side. So if the red team does die, it's going to be a big loss for them. They do have that teamie, which is going to be good on this blue side. So if they're able to utilize that, that will be pretty huge. So Roxy getting initiated on, but just not enough damage. They realize that they are just tickling her at this point. The longer the game goes, the stronger Roxy gets, which is a good thing. Side does look like he is possibly AFK at this point. And we'll just give him a moment. I feel like I need to pause it just so that he comes back. Yeah, I think we're going to pause it. He hasn't moved for some time. We'll give him a moment. So, give him a moment to reconnect at this point, and then we'll go from there. So, definitely Omen did DC. I believe he didn't move for quite some time, and the red team was trying their best to zone out this team. So, good stuff. Let's get caught up with chat. This Lindis, that Teamy missed every ult. No, Teamy did land some of the ults, which is good. The Tulin's score should be Lindis. Tulin is doing a great job being able to land all those. We'll go ahead and return the game here after a minute. Oh, he's typing to me. No. Oh, never mind. I can't. I didn't click that. So.
A blue team tower has been destroyed.
I don't know if I can pause it again. So we do have Omen, who is MIA at the point. We're trying to see if there's any kind of contact that's happening. And it looks like I'm not understanding what he's saying. Okay. They're saying start. Okay. Well, so they asked me. I asked him if they had any contact. He said no. He said go like that. He's like, let's do it like this. So Omen, unfortunately, is AFK at this point, and we're just kind of waiting for him to return. And yeah, if we take a look at everything that's going on right now, it's been quite big swings that are going on at this point. And yeah, he's still AFK, so I'm not sure what this blue team is going to be able to do. So luckily, we got a good guy blue team that's just leaving him. How come you're able to pause it? It's because I'm a spectator. I created the room so I can pause it. But yeah, we're trying to do as best we can. So looks like Mina up on top, and it looks like they're getting set up for this Dark Slayer. And sure enough, that's exactly what they're doing. It's a pretty obvious thing at this point. And red team does need to be careful because this Omen is gone. But they just need to play as safe as possible. Mina getting possibly caught out here, but they do not want to initiate it, especially when they have the Slims over in the mid, so that was a good rotation from them. And then we do have Omen actually coming back in the fray. Omen is coming back, and sure enough, he's hitting the minions as opposed to chasing off some of these people. And sure enough, he's running straight all the way back to base. I'm really not sure what's going on, and it must be the computer player that is possibly playing is going with this. But look at this. Look at the team fight here. 3 blue players down, and it looks like Omen may be back at this point. He's running straight over to the mid tower. And that was a huge swing. This red team is doing a very good job. And they're trying to go in on... He completely killed Lindis and stopped it. Wow, I cannot believe that. So Active Frost actually gets completely destroyed by the Jannar. And if this entire red team was here, they could push this and in this game right now. But there's only 3 of them up, and look at this. The respawns are happening, and they're coming back for a vengeance. And they are looking for blood. So right now, Slim's 3 deaths, 10 kills. Doing great. Jannar as well with the 7-2. Mina is, oh man, I really think that that's a misplay. They could have grabbed her, pulled her away, but yeah, they want to save that ult for a higher priority target. The Enraged Abyssal Dragon now getting initiated on. The red team now seeing this. They're coming back, and they are ready. The Abyssal Dragon is going to reset because it got pulled out of its zone, and now Malik is in position to drop that stun. And will he at this point? No, he is not. Staying back. Omen is all the way back in base, and it is a 4v5 no matter where this red team goes. So they are sticking very close to one another, and that's exactly what they should be doing. And they are now going to initiate onto that Abyssal Dragon. Abyssal Dragon already at half-life. The blue team does not see what is going on, and that is going to be a quick pickup for them. And it looks like Jannar is going to pick up the Dark Blessing, and he is going to have an extra chance at life. Private Dancer might be a little overextended, but uses the ult and dodges out of there. So this blue team is, like, this red team, I gotta say, for being a player down, are playing so aggressive right now. Malik at any point is gonna dive in. Tulin trying to throw out his skill. Oh, throw out his skill to Slims. Slims actually does get hit by that. Look at Scud. Scud's waiting for the moment to jump in. Look, Malik as well, saying, come on and bring it. But just not able to finish on that. So let's take a look at the scale real quick. The gold, this is just experience, which we don't mind, or we don't care about, but we're going to look at the gold one here in just a moment. And look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this setup. Oh my god, both teams waiting. If Active Frost actually uses his ability, it would be pretty huge. But okay, we got some time. Let's take a look at the gold chart, and sure enough, it's been in the blue favor the entire game. So it is looking good for the blue team, but it is slowly starting to go towards the red team because look at the gold difference now. Another good stun on the Roxy, but just not able to hit one of the priority targets. Another good hit onto the Roxy. Again, coming up swinging, but missing the Tulin or the Lindis. Those are the two heroes that they really want to go for. Scud really needs to be able to get to the back line and also get and get to that Slims. Slims is doing the damage at this point. We could definitely see how much. And again, does take the spear, but just they really need to be careful. So the blue team now rotating down on bottom. Looks like they're possibly setting up for one mistaken hero to run this way. Who will it be? And it looks like the red team is wanting to stay as close as possible to one another. Because they are down a hero, which is kind of working out in their favor. Sure enough, they do see the Tulin. Teamy does stay there and throws out a stun, but nothing becomes of it. Jannar there, very close to Teamy. Look at this Lindis. Lindis is so close. All right. So here we go. Looks like Mina wanting to grab that Tulin, missing the ult on the Tulin. Jannar jumping in, is wrecking Roxy, but Roxy is going to be back up, and sure enough, here she is, and that is just going to be a big misplay on this team. Looks like Mina is back up, and she might possibly get away. Jannar getting his ult again, going back in. Mina trying as well, and that is just not enough. Slims really needed to be there and just did that. Those two, Mina and Jannar, gave everything they had, but just wasn't enough. So Malik and Slims are going to have to defend this entire blue team by themselves. Sure enough, they are going in onto Private. Private actually dodging the swipe from Malik. Malik getting the kill onto Roxy, but Roxy is going to be back up and ready to go. Roxy does miss the ult onto the Malik, and then look at this. Oh, the ult does come out. Teamy is going to be back up, so no matter what Light has done so far, he's just not able to do it. A great presence of mind to actually turn around. Even though these two kills were tempting and they wanted to do it, they needed to defend this core, and that was a great play by the Malik and the Slims to decide to turn around. That takes a lot in order to do. Let's take a look at the gold chart, and sure enough, we are now in the blue team's favor. Blue team has had it most of this game, but the the red team is very close. So Darkslayer does get picked up by this blue team. And look at that. Slims taken out so many people. If he had the spear at this point, he would have been able to kill them as well. Jannar coming in, picking up the Tulin. I cannot believe the team fight that is going on right now. They are doing such an excellent job on this red team, but they're just not able to close out this game. So the blue team has been in lead of the kills and also the money this entire game, but this red team is quickly catching up. And at this point, they really don't need the money. They're at 85 gold or 8,500 gold. At this point, they have everything that they want and more. I think that's why the Jannar is doing so well. Oh, great flicker in from the Mina, and also was able to grab Lindis. And look at that, the entire team's dead, and that is going to be the game. The red team wins it. The red team wins it. I cannot believe that. Mina with the excellent flicker in grabs Lindis and ults, stops them from being able to get away, and they were able to have Jannar run in and pick them up. Wow. Wow, that was great. Great stuff all around. With a player down, the red team wins it. I am just stunned. Just completely stunned. Such a great game. Such a great game. We saw Jannar and Slims doing 39 and 34% of the damage. Such a good amount of damage on both those two. Jannar also took 24% of the damage. He was a boss. Absolute boss. Great games right there. So let's go ahead and get the next games going. Crazy. All right, I'm getting the codes out. I'm just sitting here just stunned by everything that just happened. I really cannot believe that they were able to pull that off. Excellent plays on them. There it is. Wow, that was crazy. That was a great finish. I cannot believe that. One player down for, I would say, the last half of the game, and they end up coming back and winning the game. I mean, the blue team was fully in control of the money, most of the objectives, and it didn't stop the red team from being able to initiate on those fights. And it really is just because they were able to protect Jannar and Slims so well. I would not be surprised that this blue team either picks Jannar or bans Jannar after seeing that, because it was just so much damage they couldn't. There wasn't anything that they could do. Mina did an excellent play. She literally put the final nail in the coffin when she flickered in, grabbed Lindis, and ulted, and then it was just able to take out the last couple of heroes. I don't know if they would have been able to finish it at any other way, if they would have been able to come back, but wow, what a great finish. All right, game is coming up here shortly. We're just waiting on one more person. While the game is loading up, I will be right back. Give me one moment. All right, we are back, and we are getting ready for game number 2. So if the red, If the blue team wins this, this will be the end of the series. If the red team wins this, this will go into the next game. So here we go. Game number 2. Bam! What a great first game. I cannot believe that this Team Psy was able to come back and win the game while a player down. Such great teamwork. Such great teamwork. And like I said, I think we will see either Jannar or possibly either picked or banned this game. I don't see why. I think he's bannable at this point. He does so much damage. Him, and just with that AoE damage, he's really hard to kill, to catch outright. I think it's just better not to have to deal with him and just ban him out. I would rather deal with like a Liliana or something along those lines than to have that kind of damage potential. The Slim's getting banned out, which is a great pickup. I'm telling you, I think Jannar was the bread and butter of that team. What's with the ban on Wisp? I'm really not sure what the ban on Wisp was. I think it's more of a troll ban. But Jannar actually might get banned out, which is weird because Psy actually gets first pick. So they're
Red team's turn.
there we
to
go.
ban.
So Roxy getting banned out. I don't think Roxy was she did well, but she wasn't the bread and butter of that team, if you know what I'm saying. She definitely wasn't the playmaker that I would kind of expect from a champion that can kind of lock down somebody. But so I really think that and they actually are going with the Omen. So lots of heroes still open. It wouldn't surprise me if they went with a Violet first because of the Slims being banned out. There we go. Could go the Velheim as well, so they're going through all the marksmen. They do see the Velheim is still open. Going with that, it's a great choice. It's a really great choice. There's so many other heroes. I believe that this red team has to get Violet at this point, because if they gave them both Velheim and Violet, I think that that's a misplay. But we will... and Irie getting chose, and I'm going to have to say I do like me some Irie. She's the playmaker from what we've seen in the past. Wisp is she's decent, but she definitely is not on par with like a Velheim or maybe a like a Violet. Violet is definitely got to be numero uno as far as damaging characters from what I've seen. But she is not easy to catch, but is does only have one escape. So if she rolls, that's your time to strike. Mina getting picked out, that's pretty obvious. Did just win the game with the Mina. The teamie for this blue side, like I said, for the red side, red just wasn't able to, did get the teamie ults off, but normally we see a lot of teamies making the play with the Pooty Poots, the AoE stun that he has, and we didn't get to see that. And that's what I'd like to see. The more of the Mina, especially when you're going to have two kind of squishy characters on your team. I'm assuming that they're going to go with them marksman, and Jannar getting picked up. Just like I was saying, they're either going to play against it or they're going to play with it. So Mina and Jannar combo is so good. So good. And that's what we want to see for sure. All right, so picking up the lumber. It looks like the teamie didn't work out for this red team, and they're gonna choose to go with the lumber.
I definitely like that. With the stun potential with the Jannar and the slow, not being able to get away from him is going to be a great combo, and also being pretty tanky. And Irie. Oh, and it looks like Murad getting picked up for the jungle. This is the first time that I've seen a Murad played in tournament style. So this will be a great game to watch for sure. But looks like they're going to switch to more of a tanky character, which isn't a bad choice. When you have the Velheim and the Klee that are going to be doing the damage, Zephys definitely is always a solid choice, no matter what kind of comp you have.
Red team's turn to pick.
All right, so red team, what are they going to close out with? They already have a mage. They have a jungle, so a Chugnar. So very good pick. Very good pick. I definitely like the I like what's going on there. So that Chugnar is going to stop a lot the Velheim, the Mina from really capitalizing on a lot of their abilities. All right, so good stuff. And Ring, yep, you predicted the future. Look at you, buddy. So we're just waiting for this game to load. As we're waiting for this game to load, just checking out the skills that they actually have. I do like Irie with the execute. Always such a strong thing for Irie. She just runs in and has to kill somebody. If she doesn't, she's no matter, even if you have flicker, it's just not enough. All right, and sure enough, here we go. I do like all the badges on this side. Most of these people know how to play these heroes. I really do like that. None of them are their mains, except for possibly Velheim has played quite a bit. Same with the Zephys. So we should see both of these people really shine. The person that we need to watch out for is the Irie. Irie is definitely the deciding factor. An Irie that's able to be pretty elusive and get in and stop the marksmans like the Velheims are going to be just really, really good for sure. All right, we're just waiting for the final person to load in, and then we can get this going. Yeah, if I was gonna pick sides, you know what? After seeing what Jannar can do, I want to see if the red team is gonna have as good of a time as the blue team did last game. So, all right, we are backing out, and sure enough, we are ready to go. Looks like Kali is MIA right now, and there she goes, finally starting to move. Good. So this blue team does have all their heroes, which is a good thing for sure. And all right, and we got a little bit of initiation over here towards the bottom of the map, and it's just a little skirmish, but nothing too crazy. And then now we have Kali and Jannar in mid going blow for blow, and Lumber is going to come in and if she would have overextended, really would have ran straight into that Lumber, but did a great job deciding, you know what, it's not worth it. Look at this, Malik coming in as well, being like, hey, if you're picking on my character, you're going to have to deal with me. He comes in, throws a swipe, and actually is going to get some more damage onto this with the true damage as well to that Lumber. He's going to run down back to bottom, which is a great timing for sure. Being able to push really quickly, just like the Malik, and being able to help out the rest of your team, especially the mid, is such a great skill set to have.
Just sitting in mid, not really doing too much. And the damage just mistakenly went to the creep as opposed to Jannar. Jannar almost getting taken out there. And look at this damage coming in onto Private. Private actually, and oh my god! The damage coming in from Lightbreaker was doing so good, and that is going to be 3 of the heroes just instantly killed there. So Lightbreaker coming in right at a clutch moment, dropping the ult and the dragon being spawned immediately after. So that was 3 kills for this blue team, and already starting off in a great position. They got the dragon and 3 kills. Look at the gold difference already. Such a good swing. And it looks like they're trying to set something up. Mina is going to run straight into 3 heroes at this point. And here comes Zephys. Zephys trying to do his best, but is quickly going to get taken out. And sure enough, they are going to have to blow their flashes. I would have liked to see a Velheim actually would have came down a little sooner, knowing that, seeing that his team was overextending a little bit, but just wasn't able to. And look at that damage. Still was able to get Jannar and really make up for his team not being there during that team fight. So Sentinel getting taken out, and Irie might have a chance at this. Does try to drop it, but Velheim does end up picking it up. All right, so we're going to go back to mid, bottom. Mina is down on bottom fighting Chugnar, and I think that's just until she is able to roam again while she's picking up the slack of the Malik that is in mid. And look at this, Jannar trying his best, but is possibly getting taken out. And actually, Malik actually overextended, and so did Velheim. And that is the end of them. Mina coming in. I'm really not sure what. Probably trying to take a Jannar, trying to see if he was still in mid, but just wasn't able to. Oh, and we got a huge skill again. Zephys is in every place that he needs to and killing in this exact area every time. He's doing so good. Picking up the blue team, or picking up the blue buff. 15 seconds on the dragon. We should expect to see that from the blue team here shortly. Look at that. Mina trying her best to make the plays, just wasn't able to get to it. Jannar throwing out his skills onto these creeps, trying to push this lane. Look at this. Kali wanting this dragon completely dead. They are going for it and quickly pick that up, and that is such a good skill set to have with Kali. And look at this. She's going to run right into this enemy team, but they're backing off. They do see the Zephys. Malik coming in, but just not much. Mina trying to ult, taking 50% less damage. And then we got Zephys coming in and shredding this team, as well as with the Malik, with the true damage swipe. So such good stuff. That was without Kali's ult. And wow, did the blue team shred their life. So if we're going to take a look at the gold swing here in just a second, Velheim is going AP, which is interesting note. And Kali is going more of the damage penetration boots as opposed to the cooldown or the movement ones. And the Sentinel is respawning at that point, so a little unfortunate for the blue team. So the dragon was taken out by the blue team up on top. Oh, Velheim actually getting initiated by... Oh my goodness. Irie just completely destroyed there. Look at this. Mina trying to escape, but that is going to be Velheim taken out. So Mina and Zephys both kind of ran away after that initial fight, but Velheim did try to stay there and push the lane, but really needed to back off in that point, especially with the tower being gone and being so low life. We look down on bottom. Chugnar under half life. So Malik is doing a phenomenal job. He's been around 7 of the 10 kills. He's doing great. Look at this, putting pressure onto this blue buff. Already trying to set up something. If this team reacts to this is going to be a lot of kills. And look at this. This Chugnar is around. Malik, I think, misclicked, possibly. But look at this dragon respawning. And sure enough, I would expect for Kali to use her ult here in just a second, and sure enough, that's what they're doing. Look at these objectives. So good at just making sure that they go down quickly. They don't have to waste so much time. Velheim is just getting completely initiated on, is going to get killed. And Mina and Chugnar are up top fighting by themselves. So right now, 3 dragons. So good. So good. Private Dancer is in a bit of a pickle at this point, but he is going to safely be able to walk away. And that was a red team tower that went down on bottom, uncontested. And you can see that Mina and Malik both want to get back and try to stop this Irie from pushing her top tower. Khalib did do a great ult there, and look at this. Zeph is going in, and there's 4 heroes there. And look at this Lumber trying to throw out the stuns, but not much. And Malik coming in, chasing down this Violet, which is exactly what he wants to do. Did get the slow on him, but Private Dancer is going to go down to that Velheim with that AP. And look at this Lumber as well, shredding most of that. Irie ran in and did get a stun on all 5 heroes, but it just did not matter. The damage was already done. It is a 12-5. It is 21k on the blue side to 16k. Irie back in mid is ready, but look at this. Zephys was right there, was ready to go. Watching the mid while also in the jungle. Doing a great job. Absolutely doing a great job. Ooh, and this could be the end for Violet, but luckily was able to get away. So, let's take we do got a moment in the fight. So let's take a look at the gold chart. And obviously, in the blue side, look at the difference in gold right now is so huge. Experience, of course, it is on the blue side. Blue side is completely killing this game right now. Taking another tower, getting more money. Lumber. Oh, what a great flicker from Velheim, just completely over this branch. They were definitely going for Velheim, but had to settle with the Kali. All right, so the dragon is up right now, and you can see that Velheim is moving towards it. Lightbreaker actually picking up the rank breaker. So that would be good. And oh, Velheim did not understand what was going on. He initiated onto a person that had 3 other people around him and is quickly taken out. So that was a misplay. A definite misplay. And that's the type of stuff you don't want to do into this late game. You're giving the team an opportunity to come back and possibly win it. And look at this. Zephys, no care at all, was going in, and Kali really thought that he was as well. Did get a little bit of damage, but just not anything to brag about. So the Abyssal is going to be dead in about 9 seconds, and it will reset. And sure enough, he does know that, and he is going to back out at this point. It will be resetting, and there it goes, and be respawning. And sure enough, this blue team wants this dragon, which is exactly what they need to be doing. And look at this. Jannar very close, knowing what's going on. And look at this Mina doing a great job trying to zone out the enemy team. Look at even chasing him down. Oh no, they didn't pick this. They didn't pick the buff up. They didn't pick the buff up. What are they doing? They're too worried about Mina and Malik that are over here, and Mina trying her best to get that. But look, the buff is still there. It is still sitting by the dragon. I don't know what this team's doing. I can't believe they didn't go to pick that up. I thought Velheim maybe was going to rotate down on bottom to pick it up, but sure enough, isn't. And look at that. Oh my gosh, Active Frost taking so much damage. Mina jumping straight into the entire fray. And here comes Private Dancer, finally able to react to the entire situation. Mina's already in the fray, still is fighting her life and trying to get out of the situation, but she is going to go down. And what a great job. Let's just hear it from Mina. She actually ran away from her team as opposed to running to her team to buy her team some more time to try to escape. And that will be another person down. And look at this. Zephys should be able to get out of this position. And Valheim coming up behind, picking up Jannar. And then look at this. He is doing work. Really could kill Violet if he was able to, or if he would have casted the skill just a little quicker. He would have picked up the Violet kill, but ults, nothing. Violet gets away. Woo! So Active Frost was definitely flirting with death there when the